Something about Flau'jae Johnson's situation at LSU suddenly has fans feeling very uncomfortable, and honestly, once people started paying attention to the small details, the entire internet began asking the same dangerous question. Is LSU actually wasting one of the most talented players in women's basketball right now? Because what started as normal fan frustration quickly turned into something way bigger. Suddenly people weren't just discussing stats anymore. They were discussing body language, energy, confidence, missed opportunities, and whether Flau'jae Johnson is quietly being held back inside a system that fans believe should already be built around her completely. And trust me, once social media started connecting those dots, things got messy fast. Because fans began posting clips showing moments where Flau'jae looked visibly frustrated during games. Others pointed out stretches where she barely touched the ball while the offense completely disappeared. And once those clips started going viral, the internet instantly created a new narrative around LSU basketball. According to growing fan speculation, Flau'jae may be capable of becoming one of the biggest stars in the entire sport, but people are starting to wonder if LSU is actually slowing that process down instead of helping it. And honestly, some recent reactions only made those rumors even louder. Fans noticed emotional moments on the bench, awkward energy during games, times where Flau'jae looked ready to completely take over, but somehow never fully got the opportunity people expected. Now social media is exploding with debates about whether LSU truly understands what kind of superstar they have right in front of them. Because according to fans online, this situation is no longer just about basketball rotations anymore. It's about whether one of the most exciting young stars in the game is quietly becoming frustrated behind the scenes while the entire internet watches it happen in real time. Here's the continuation with the same suspense-heavy, insider drama-style fire. And honestly, the craziest part about this entire Flau'jae Johnson conversation is that fans didn't suddenly wake up one day and decide to criticize LSU for no reason. This frustration has actually been building quietly for a long time now. But recently, the internet finally reached a point where people stopped ignoring the obvious questions sitting right in front of them. Why does it feel like Flau'jae Johnson still hasn't fully become the center of LSU basketball the way fans expected? Because when you really watch her play, the talent is impossible to ignore. The confidence, the athleticism, the energy, the ability to completely change momentum within seconds. There are moments where Flau'jae genuinely looks like the most dangerous player on the floor. And that's exactly why fans become frustrated whenever they feel like she disappears from games for long stretches unexpectedly, especially during big moments. Because according to social media, those stretches are becoming harder and harder to explain away as just basketball. Fans think something feels off. And honestly, some recent reactions from Flau'jae herself only made those theories grow even louder online. Because people started noticing moments where she looked visibly frustrated during games. Not dramatic screaming or obvious conflict, just subtle reactions. Certain facial expressions after possessions. Moments where she looked disappointed while walking back to the bench. Short emotional exchanges during timeouts that fans immediately turned into viral clips afterward. And once the internet sees emotional body language from a star player, the theories instantly become uncontrollable. That's exactly what happened here. Because suddenly fans started building an entire storyline around the idea that Flau'jae may secretly feel restricted inside LSU's system. Some believe she's capable of averaging massive superstar numbers if the offense fully revolved around her. Others think the team structure prevents her from playing freely the way fans want to see. And honestly, whether those theories are true or not almost doesn't matter anymore. Because perception online becomes reality very quickly. Especially when a player has as much attention around her as Flau'jae Johnson right now. People forget she isn't just a basketball player anymore. She's becoming a massive personality. Music career, social media attention, interviews, brand deals, celebrity connections. Fans see her as somebody bigger than college basketball itself. And when somebody carries that kind of spotlight, audiences naturally expect them to dominate constantly. So anytime Flau'jae has a quieter game or disappears offensively for stretches, the internet immediately assumes something deeper must be happening behind the scenes. That's why this conversation exploded so fast recently. Because fans genuinely believe they're watching a future superstar who still hasn't fully unlocked her potential at LSU. And once that belief spreads online, every little moment starts looking suspicious afterward. One missed opportunity becomes proof. One emotional reaction becomes evidence. One quiet interview suddenly sounds way more serious than it probably was. That's how internet sports culture works now. And honestly, some clips really did fuel those theories even more. There were games where Flau'jae looked ready to completely take over offensively, but then barely touched the ball during crucial stretches. Moments where fans online literally begged for the offense to run through her more aggressively. Times where supporters flooded comment sections asking why she wasn't getting more shots while momentum disappeared completely. Those conversations started becoming impossible to ignore. Especially because whenever Flau'jae does get hot offensively, the energy instantly changes. Crowds react differently. Social media explodes faster. Highlight pages post her clips immediately. Even casual fans suddenly start paying attention. That's superstar energy. And fans know it. Which is exactly why some people now believe LSU may accidentally be slowing down one of the biggest stars women's basketball has right now. Again, nobody is saying LSU is intentionally trying to hurt Flau'jae's success. But according to internet speculation, fans think the team still hasn't fully realized just how marketable and dangerous she could become if everything revolved around maximizing her strengths completely. And honestly, another reason this conversation became so emotional is because fans already feel extremely protective over Flau'jae publicly. People love her personality. They love her confidence. They love her story outside basketball. So anytime she looks frustrated during games, supporters instantly take it personally. That's why social media reactions become intense so quickly. Because fans don't just see Flau'jae as another player. They see her as a future face of women's basketball. And once people believe a future superstar is being held back, emotions explode online immediately. Especially after some recent games where fans felt she looked emotionally disconnected at times. Again, nothing openly dramatic happened. But subtle reactions create huge internet narratives now. A quiet bench moment suddenly becomes a viral conspiracy clip. A frustrated expression gets reposted everywhere with dramatic captions. And before you know it, the entire basketball community starts debating whether Flau'jae Johnson is actually happy with her current role at LSU. That's where things become dangerous. Because once those rumors start spreading consistently, every future game suddenly feels emotionally charged. Now fans aren't just watching basketball anymore. They're watching for clues. They're analyzing reactions, counting touches, studying body language, trying to figure out whether Flau'jae herself secretly feels the same frustration fans keep talking about online. And honestly, some recent moments may have made those suspicions even stronger. Here's the continuation with the same dramatic insider news storytelling energy fire. And honestly, once fans reached the point where they started analyzing Flau'jae Johnson's reactions during games more than the actual basketball itself, the entire conversation around LSU completely changed. Because now people weren't just debating stats anymore. They were debating emotions, confidence, energy, and whether one of LSU's biggest stars was quietly becoming frustrated in front of everybody without directly saying it publicly. And the craziest part? Some fans genuinely believe the warning signs are becoming impossible to ignore now. Because when you go back and rewatch certain games carefully, there are moments where Flau'jae looks ready to completely explode offensively and then somehow disappears from the action again for long stretches. Not because she suddenly stopped trying, not because she lost confidence, but because fans feel the system itself sometimes pulls her out of rhythm completely. That theory spread insanely fast online, especially after several clips went viral showing Flau'jae visibly reacting during games after missed opportunities or possessions where supporters believed she should have gotten the ball. And once those clips started getting reposted with dramatic captions, the internet instantly created another giant storyline around her situation at LSU. Because now people are seriously asking whether Flau'jae Johnson is sacrificing her own superstar growth trying to fit into a system that may never fully maximize what she does best. That's a dangerous conversation for any program, especially when the player involved already has massive popularity outside basketball itself. And honestly, that's another reason this entire situation feels bigger than normal college sports drama. Because Flau'jae isn't just another athlete trying to earn attention anymore. She already has attention, millions of views, music success, brand recognition, celebrity connections, social media influence. People already see her as a future superstar personality far beyond basketball, which means anytime she looks frustrated publicly, the reaction online becomes 10 times louder than it normally would for another player. Because fans emotionally invest in her differently. They want to see her dominate. They expect her to dominate. And whenever that doesn't happen consistently, people immediately start searching for somebody to blame. Right now, many fans believe that blame points directly toward LSU, especially after several recent stretches where social media completely exploded over her role during games. Supporters flooded comment sections demanding more touches for Flau'jae. Basketball pages started posting side-by-side comparisons showing how effective she looks when aggressively involved offensively versus moments where she fades into the background completely. And honestly, those comparisons made the entire situation look even worse publicly. Because once fans convince themselves a superstar is being underused, every quiet game suddenly feels suspicious afterward. That's exactly what's happening now. Some people even started comparing this situation to other star athletes in sports history who fans believed were held back before eventually exploding elsewhere later. That conversation alone sent the internet into complete chaos. Because now supporters are wondering something even bigger. What happens if Flau'jae eventually leaves LSU and instantly becomes even more dominant somewhere else? That possibility terrifies fans right now. Because if that ever happens, the backlash toward LSU online would become absolutely brutal overnight. People would instantly say, "We told you she was being wasted." And honestly, some recent body language moments only fueled those fears even more. Fans noticed games where Flau'jae looked emotionally drained during certain stretches. Moments where cameras caught her sitting quietly on the bench while momentum disappeared on the court. Clips where she looked visibly disappointed after offensive possessions that never involved her. Again, nothing openly dramatic happened. No screaming. No public arguments. No confirmed conflict. But subtle emotional reactions create massive narratives online now, especially when audiences are already emotionally attached to a player. And the internet is extremely attached to Flau'jae Johnson right now. That's why even normal basketball moments suddenly become giant conspiracy theories. One frustrated stare becomes proof. One emotional timeout clip becomes evidence. One short post-game interview suddenly gets analyzed like a hidden message to fans. And honestly, some people now believe Flau'jae herself may already understand exactly how much supporters are defending her online. Because the conversations have become impossible to avoid at this point. Sports pages discuss it constantly. Comment sections are flooded with debates. Fans openly question coaching decisions during games in real time. And every strong performance from Flau'jae only makes those discussions even louder afterward. Because whenever she gets aggressive offensively, she immediately reminds everybody why fans are so emotionally invested in her potential. She changes energy instantly. Crowds react differently. Social media engagement explodes. Highlight clips spread everywhere within minutes. That's not normal player attention. That's future superstar attention. And honestly, some fans think LSU still hasn't fully adjusted to how massive Flau'jae's popularity is becoming nationally. Because this isn't just about basketball anymore. It's about branding,
spotlight,
future stardom, and whether fans believe her current role truly matches the level of superstar they think she's capable of becoming. That's why emotions around this conversation keep getting stronger every week. Because supporters genuinely feel protective over her success now. And once audiences become emotionally protective of a player, every setback starts feeling personal. Especially when they believe outside decisions may be limiting that player's growth. And honestly, if another emotional reaction, awkward game moment, or frustrating offensive stretch involving Flau'jae goes viral soon, this entire LSU conversation may explode into something even bigger than it already is now. Here's the continuation with the same suspense-heavy, insider drama storytelling flow fire. And honestly, the deeper this entire Flau'jae Johnson conversation goes online, the more emotional fans are becoming about what they believe is happening at LSU behind the scenes. Because now people aren't just criticizing rotations or offensive decisions anymore. They're questioning whether LSU truly understands how massive Flau'jae's future could become. And that's where this situation starts feeling way bigger than normal basketball drama. Because according to fans online, Flau'jae doesn't just have star potential anymore. People already view her like a future face of women's basketball. That's a completely different level of expectation. And honestly, some recent games only made that pressure around LSU even worse publicly. Because there were moments where Flau'jae would suddenly catch fire offensively, completely shift momentum, energize the crowd, and remind everybody exactly why fans are obsessed with her talent, only for long stretches afterward where supporters felt she somehow disappeared from the offense again. Those moments drove the internet insane. Because every time that happens, fans immediately start saying the same thing. Why does this keep happening? And once that question spreads enough online, people start creating their own answers. That's exactly what happened here. Some fans believe LSU's system simply doesn't fully fit Flau'jae's natural style. Others think the team still prioritizes balance over fully unleashing her offensively. And then there's another group online pushing a much more dramatic theory entirely. They believe Flau'jae may eventually outgrow the role LSU currently has for her. That conversation exploded recently, especially because supporters already see flashes of superstar dominance every time she becomes aggressive offensively. The speed, confidence, shot creation, energy, moments where she completely takes over games emotionally and changes the atmosphere instantly. That kind of presence can't be taught, and fans know it. Which is why frustration keeps building whenever they feel she's not consistently being positioned as the absolute centerpiece of the team. And honestly, some people online have even started comparing the situation to athletes in other sports who fans believed were underused, before eventually leaving and becoming massive stars elsewhere. That comparison terrified LSU fans immediately. Because now supporters are imagining a future where Flau'jae leaves one day and suddenly explodes into an even bigger superstar somewhere else, while everybody looks back wondering how LSU failed to fully unlock her. Whether that happens or not doesn't even matter anymore. The idea itself already changed the conversation completely. Because now every game involving Flau'jae feels emotionally loaded. Fans aren't casually watching anymore. They're studying everything. They're counting possessions, watching reactions, analyzing body language after missed opportunities. And honestly, some of those moments really have looked uncomfortable lately. Again, nothing openly dramatic. No confirmed conflict. No public arguments. But subtle reactions create huge narratives online now, especially when cameras constantly focus on star players during emotional moments. There have been games where Flau'jae looked visibly disappointed after stretches where she barely touched the ball offensively. Moments where supporters instantly flooded social media saying she looked frustrated. Clips where fans believed her energy completely changed depending on how involved she was offensively during certain stretches. Those clips spread fast, because audiences are already emotionally invested in the idea that Flau'jae deserves an even bigger spotlight than she currently has. And honestly, another thing making this situation feel bigger is how unique Flau'jae's popularity actually is compared to most college players. She connects with audiences differently. Basketball fans follow her. Music fans follow her. Social media audiences follow her. Casual viewers recognize her personality instantly. That creates superstar pressure very early, which means people naturally expect her to dominate constantly and become the clear face of everything around the program. And when reality doesn't fully match those expectations during games, frustration grows immediately online, especially after some recent interviews and reactions that fans interpreted as signs of emotional exhaustion. Again, she never directly attacked LSU, never publicly complained, never created some giant scandal. But fans believe certain reactions speak louder than words sometimes. And once the internet starts believing a player is hiding frustration internally, every little moment suddenly becomes evidence. That's why this entire conversation feels so dangerous now, because perception online is starting to snowball completely out of control. Some supporters now openly question whether LSU's coaching decisions are limiting Flau'jae's growth. Others think the pressure surrounding her popularity may already be creating quiet tension inside the program. And some fans genuinely believe the situation could eventually become emotional enough to force difficult conversations about her future if things don't change. That's how serious the theories are becoming online now. And honestly, if Flau'jae has another game where fans feel she disappears offensively during important moments, this debate may completely explode again across social media. Because right now, supporters feel like they're watching somebody capable of becoming one of the biggest stars in the sport, while still wondering why it feels like she hasn't fully been unleashed yet. And the longer that feeling continues, the louder the internet is going to become.